And now for your BSA safety moment. What are 3 questions you can ask yourself when deciding if your activity is within the scope and guidelines of the scouting program? Is it age appropriate? Age and rank appropriate guidelines have been developed based on many factors. If you are planning activities that fall outside of the scouting program materials or handbooks, ask this question: is the activity appropriate for the age and appropriate for scouting? Not every activity needs to be conducted. Which book are you in? What page are you on? The scouting program is designed to be intrinsically safe. There are handbooks, guidelines, and training for every resource for both professionals and volunteers. Have a great day. Keep on scouting, and you can find more of these resources on safety tips in scouting.org. Health and safety, safety moment. Is it scouting?
As we approach the end of the year and as we go through the recharting season, we just wanted to revisit and familiarize each of you with online registration tools, Application Manager, and Invitation Manager, better known as Be a Scout Leads. During this hot topic, we will not cover an in-depth look into each of these items, but give you a highlight that you can use to complete lead inquiries, processing new applications, and making sure that your unit pins are visible for those looking to join the scouting program. Each of these tools can be found at the link that's visible on the screen. Please visit the website for more in-depth training for each one of these tools. First, we will look at My.Scouting. Review and update or create your My.Scouting profile, making sure that all of your information is current and up to date and that you are able to log into My.Scouting. If you have not set up your My.Scouting profile, the link below will walk you through the process of setting up your pins and passwords. Application Manager is a place where you will review and take action on applications that are submitted by families. Most families expect a response within 24 hours upon submitting those applications. Invitation Manager is your lead resource tool. This is where all inquiries from Be a Scout will come in and await your response. You can also add leads manually during joining events or from names provided by unit members and send invitation to join, which includes the link to your unit's application, or you can send a URL or QR code specific for your unit. When you have actions to take in either Application Manager or Invitation Manager, you will receive emails and in-tune notifications. You can also use reports to track actions that have been taken in the system and who has joined and who still needs actions to be taken following those leads. As mentioned earlier, you can watch the online tutorials at the link listed below. We hope this information will be helpful as we continue to provide opportunities for families to join our scouting program.
Most tenured scouting families first experience our program through Cub Scouting. A positive experience as a Webelos Scout family transitioning into Scouts BSA will improve retention, which will help keep our program healthy. For the next few minutes of this Roundtable breakout session, we'll offer some insights on welcoming Webelos into Scouts BSA. Webelos will not automatically join your troop just because your pack shares the same chartering organization. So your troop must take the initiative in asking new members to join. Most Cub Scout families are not familiar with troop dynamics, so new families need to know how a troop functions and how it functions differently from a pack. In particular, that troops are youth-led and adults give guidance. Share with them that your youth leaders occasionally make mistakes, and that's all part of the development process. Here are a few action items to undertake with the help of your district membership chair and unit commissioner. Identify Webelos dens from packs in your area that can potentially join your troop. Plan a program of upcoming troop events that can be shared with the Webelos dens. Identify and train members of the troop to become den chiefs. Conduct camping trips and encourage Webelos dens to visit. Attend a Webelos den meeting to teach the Webelos how troop works. Invite Webelos and their parents to your troop meeting to see firsthand how your troop operates. We recommend conducting orientations in person or online with the family who's preparing to join your troop. The orientation helps reinforce your troop dynamics while setting expectations for the family and the new scout. The Orientation for New Scouts BSA Parents offers a good resource for conducting that session and can be found at the link on the screen. The Welcome to Our Troop customizable document provides another resource to help families remember the orientation details and connect with troop leadership. Conducting a Scoutmasters Conference with Webelos provides another great way to discuss topics such as the meaning of the Scout Oath and Law, the Advancement Program, troop camping, the patrol method, summer camp, and of course, personal equipment. Your troop is unique, even though we all have the same mission and aims. Your troop dynamics are different in terms of where and when you meet, your code of conduct, and the nature of troop leadership. Sharing these traits with new potential scouts and their families will increase their comfort with the transition. Remember, these are young scouts, and this is a new experience for them. For some, this will be the first time they've had a role with responsibility, and that can be overwhelming. Consider creating a new scout patrol, or a troop guide, or possibly having an assistant scoutmaster work with the new scouts to ease the transition. The quality of the experience and retention of new Cub Scouts will depend on guidance of the patrol leaders and adult leaders. They should clearly define how your troop operates, as well as expectations of the scouts and their families as they join the troop. Now, take some time during the remainder of this breakout session to discuss these questions. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all you do for Scouting.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is race day. That's right, it's Pinewood Derby time. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this. This pandemic has taken a lot of things away from us, but I draw the line when it comes to Pinewood Derby. The smell of freshly cut wood, the blisters from sanding, and the feeling of graphite underneath my nails. It's Pinewood Derby. Here we come. Now welcome to Roundtable. We are going to share tips and tricks to conducting a successful Pinewood Derby race, even if you can't meet in person. I will show you some items that will take your car design to the next level, because some Pinewood Derby cars are built for looks, not necessarily for speed. We will also want you to share with your fellow leaders some of your best proven techniques. Like any great event, things just don't happen. It is the result of planning. So the first thing to do is to have a discussion about your Pinewood Derby. Start with these questions. When the event is over, what do you want parents and Cub Scouts to say about the event? How do you want them to feel when it's over? If you have done a Pinewood Derby in the past, have you followed up with participants, both parents and Cub Scouts, for feedback? What do parents and Cub Scouts like about it? What do they not like about it? If you have not asked, now would be a great time to find out what families are thinking. When you ask these questions, be prepared to make changes to the event if the majority of parents want a change. Now, for example, the first Pinewood Derby I did as a Cub Master, we conducted it on a normal Tuesday night pack meeting. After the event, we asked parents what they liked and what they didn't like. Our parents said it was a great event, but it felt rushed. With that feedback, we made the decision to move not only next year's Pinewood Derby to a Saturday, we also decided to move the upcoming Blue and Gold to a Saturday so that it wasn't rushed. Not only did we learn lessons for the next Pinewood Derby, we also took those lessons and applied them to other events. Now, you have decided on what you want to accomplish with your Pinewood Derby and what kind of event your parents and Cub Scouts enjoy. It's time to start planning. This brings us to our second step, managing expectations and having simple rules. Now, managing expectation starts immediately and is reinforced leading up to the event. When it comes to managing expectations, let us talk about the elephant in the room. Who actually builds the car? So let me address this by saying a method of Cub Scouting is family involvement. For my pack, this tied into our first step of why we were having this event. We used Pinewood Derby as a method of Cub Scouting by giving a chance for adults to work with their child on a project together. We kept our focus on that as our purpose. We provided workshops with access to tools for adults who didn't have them. We also shared all the tips and tricks to building a fast car. No secrets. This was a real learning opportunity for both Cub Scouts and parents. This is something that your local scout shop may be hosting soon too. We also kept the awards for the races small and simple. That's managing expectations. Keeping the rules simple is easy because in every box of a Pinewood Derby car kit is a set of rules. Our pack used these rules. This avoided families claiming they didn't have the correct set of rules. A tip from the experts is to have an opportunity for adults and other family members to make their own car and have their own races. This is where crazy additional rules can come into play, and in some cases, no rules at all. It's super fun, and you can keep it out and away from the Cub Scouts Pinewood Derby race. And that way you can keep your rules simple. Now, on to the third step, and that's logistics, or the physical setup of your race. Now, this is where we hope to inspire you to be creative based on your local regulations on gatherings during the pandemic, access to your facilities, and the comfort of your families with in-person activities. Now, a tip from the experts is to provide a Pinewood Derby car to each Cub Scout in late November or early December. This gives the winter break and holiday season for the Cub Scout to have time with an adult or other family members to work with their car together and then conduct your race in January. Number one logistical item is having a track. We could do a whole discussion about tracks. For planning purposes though, just remember two things. Confirm that you have a track early and set the track up prior to race day with enough time to address any needed repairs. The second logistical item is location. This is where knowing your local rules and regulations about gatherings is important and how you conduct your race. You may be able to use the same location you've used in the past and have enough room to have social distancing between different families. Or on the other end of the spectrum, you may conduct the race purely virtually. When the track is in a location where only one or two people are actually conducting the race, and the race is being shown on a live video feed. In between these two concepts is plenty of hybrid methods, where if you have a large pack, you may run races by dens for smaller in-person gatherings, or you may have an event set up to allow people to attend either in person or virtually. Once you've decided on a location and what method, in person, virtual, or something in between, the next step is to plan out how you will check in the cars. Some large packs have developed a process over the years that also works well with conducting virtual races. This process sets a separate date and time that is before the race, where Cub Scouts turn in their cars, and the cars are then secured until race day. Checking cars in is not only time consuming, but it isn't much fun. So by having this as a separate activity, it makes race day all about having fun. Here's a tip from the experts. You want to check each car to make sure it meets the specifications outlined in the rules. This handy device is less than $6 and makes checking the car measurements quick and easy. In addition, you want to make sure that no car is over 5 ounces, which means you want to have a good scale. Now, once a car is measured and weighed, you take the car and place its official race car number on the car. Most people put it on the bottom. The car is then stored and not sent home with the youth. So yes, that means someone will have dozens of Pinewood Derby cars to contend with. But this system ensures that before a car goes on the track, it has been inspected. Now, our last step to a great event is to find a way to make it special. Now, our pack would do wherever we could to make it look like and feel like a raceway. So we had a snack bar, a pit stop for repairs, music, and decorations. It all made it for a very special event. Today's Pinewood Derby cars have great options for design, including lights and sound, paint, stickers, and wheels that glow in the dark or glow under blacklight. Now, that's inspired me to think of having a whole race done in blacklight, or maybe one completely in the dark, or maybe we could, I'm sorry, I got a little off track. Get it? Off track? What can I say? Old Cubmaster habits die hard. Now it's time for you to share with your fellow race fans. Take the remainder of the time to share your proven techniques. Here are some questions to get you started. How do you plan to conduct your Pinewood Derby race? In person, virtual, or a hybrid? What one thing does your pack do that you think makes your Pinewood Derby a success? How do you keep your Pinewood Derby a friendly competition? All right, thanks for being at Roundtable. Look forward to seeing you next time.
I'm feeling real good cause today is a good day. I got a big surprise and I'm gonna send it your way. It's a wonderful time, everybody let's celebrate. Get down. I'm feeling real good cause today is a good day.
Thank you for all your hard work and dedication in supporting the Boy Scouts of America.
Woo! Yeah! Thanks for helping venturers like me. Hi, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
feeling real good cause today is a good day. I got a big surprise and I'm gonna send it your way. I'm about to send it your way. It's a wonderful time, everybody, let's celebrate. I'm feeling real good cause today is a good day. Come on. I'm feeling real good. Yeah, I said I'm feeling right. I'm feeling real good. That's right. I'm feeling real good. Hey, yo, I'm feeling right. I'm feeling real good.
I told you!
I'm feeling real good cause today is a good day. I got a big surprise and I'm gonna send it your way. I'm gonna send it your way. It's a wonderful time, everybody, let's celebrate. Throw your hands up, throw your hands up. I'm feeling real good cause today is a good day.
Three, two, one!
Anything's possible if you try and be patient. It pays off while you're waiting. The seeds you water will grow, the rest will follow. Cause this life's what you make it, and some rules are for breaking. Destiny will play its role, you know. What's meant to be will be, even when it's not easy. Live your life free, no boundaries, even when it's not easy. If you give love, you get love. If you give up, you get nothing. Can't you see? If you just believe anything's possible, don't rush too much. When it gets rough, get tough, sing with me. Through everything, anything is possible. Doesn't always make sense why some things gotta happen. Fight through the rain cause you know the sun will follow. If you practice persistence, somebody's gonna